What's up everyone, it's Anthony with A Crew Gaming. We are in Satisfactory and I've got my factory cranking. It is cranking out. Here's my storage for my steel rods, and I'm standing on the storage for the steel plates. So it's cranking out 120 per minute of the rods, 120 per minute of the steel plates. And I've got them coming up to my second floor here, and right now they're just building up. So I just wanted to get some stockpile going before I started manufacturing any of the rest of the stuff. But I love how this looks. I got it all pretty straight, pretty uniform, and it's 100% efficient right now. I know that I'm only running the normal belts, but I've got 6 belts of iron ingots coming into the factory, and you can see the factory is cranking them out. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 8 constructors for each. The steel plates take twice as many ingots as the screws do. The screws are 1 to 1. So I've got twice as many belts going into them as I do the other thing. But you can see here, try to climb up somewhere. There's a ladder on these somewhere, I think. Oh, I just passed it. Everything's moving. Nothing's stopped. There's a couple things back here that are kind of stopped every once in a while, so I could probably speed up those belts, but the steel coming in 100% efficient. So these are 60 per minute from the mines, and it's just rolling in here. There's no pausing, no stopping, none of that. These are all running as fast as they can run. The belts are all taking it away as fast as they can take it away. So we are moving right along. Let's see here. You can see 99, 98, 99. So the numbers are all staying consistent. Perfect. Right now. But like I said, I wanted to get these things cranking, get the plates going, get the rods going, so that we can start making some of these other things. So let's head back up to the top. But like I said, I'm loving the factory so far. It's pretty sweet, as far as I can tell. I dig it. So I need to get all of this down to the main floor. In theory, like I said, I'm making 120 per minute. So each one of these belts is only going to carry 30 per minute. But like I said, I've got a pretty big stockpile, and I don't think I'm going to... I think every one of these is going to be paused kind of in the production phase. So I can also upgrade all of these belts and overclock some of the stuff if I start getting behind in the bottom. So not too worried about splitting these off too much here. Grab these ramps, and I could use conveyor poles and do a few things with those to do this, but this seems to work pretty good. Hopefully that's the right spot. I don't know if it is or not. Nope, it's not. So I need to be up here. I'm gonna have to delete some things. Not a big deal. Gives you all the resources back. Our screws are produced really fast. So those come out. One of the constructors will or one belt will feed 4 constructors on those. So we should only need 1 belt of rods running running screws. And we're going to have 4 belts down here. So, and then the rods go into, I believe, rotors. We'll go take a look at that real quick too. Let's see, I've got 2. So we'll grab these little guys here, and this will help line up the bottom ones. And then you build the conveyor pole over the top of them. And they do overlap, so you can line them up right next to each other, which is awesome. Sometimes it takes a little bit to convince it that it will do that, but so loving this game so far. I don't even know how many hours I am into it. I don't know that I want to know. But it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And we'll kind of have to get creative down here with how we're going to run all this stuff back to where it needs to be. And I do want to buffer everything through storage units, kind of like I'm doing with the rods and the plate, so that if something does slow down, it's got some... can't afford, what do we need? Steel plates. And I'm actually going to go steal them from my other storage area. I started deconstructing all that, but let's go take a look and see what all... And then obviously after I get this all set up, I'll put some walkways in. But I built some cool personal storage box things here. So what I did there is put 2 floors down. I don't have any space to do that, or otherwise I'd show you. But put 2 of these, the thin floors down. Build this top one on the floor, delete the floor below you, build the second one, delete the floor below you, build the bottom one, and then you don't have to delete the floor, but you can put these conveyor racks around them. Otherwise it just looks like they're floating in the air, but this kind of looks like they're actually in place where they're supposed to be, and it makes that cool looking personal storage shelf. So I've seen people use the conveyor poles too, which doesn't look too bad, but I kind of liked how this turned out. So let's take a look. So iron plate we've got going, iron rod we've got going, screws are 1-to-1. Actually, they're insane. I think it makes 90 per minute. So I'll have to upgrade the belts on the back side of the constructors for this, but it takes 15 rods per minute, and if we're feeding it with a belt that does 60, like I said, we'll be able to break that one belt into 4 constructors, kind of like we did with the rods themselves. And then on the back end we're going to have 260 per minute coming off of there. So screws should be pretty quick, but we use them in everything, so it's a good thing. Reinforced iron plate is going to use our plates and our screws. And then I think the rotor is rods and screws. So we will need, how many other things take? So these take screws, or these take rods. Modular frames take rods. I think that's it. So I need to break my 120 per hour into 40 per hour, which can't do. I mean, I can if I reclocked and changed all that stuff, but in theory, like I said, that's what I would need to do to make all of this equal. So what we'll probably end up doing is using one of the conveyors, which is 30 per hour for the screws. And I may just do, I'll figure this out. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 constructors or if I'm actually going to keep doing 4 constructors for the screws. I may do 4. because I know that down the road this will all kind of catch up. So yeah, we'll do one row or one belt for the screws, one belt for the rotors, and I may actually split a belt for the rotors and the modular frame, so do 1.5 for the rotors, 1.5 for the frames. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So like I said, we'll have to split those 4 belts into 5, which, like I said, shouldn't be a big deal. And then we'll have to figure out the plates, kind of where they go. But let's head over to my old storage area here, and I just love this. I thought about just building it just to get it running and not worry about efficiency and all that stuff, but I figured if I'm gonna keep playing this game, the efficiency is gonna, if I get it built into the beginning, I can just keep upgrading every component as I go through. And I've got room in here. I'll probably leave some space down here so that if I need to add another 4 of these 4 constructors for the rods, I can do that. I can add a couple in here for the steel plates, so it takes 2 per conveyor like this. So like I said, I've got some room built in. I've got the top floor is going to be open. I'm not going to put a oh, that's full. I'm not going to put anything up there. You can see I'm starting to break everything down over here, so that I can clear these out. But I'm not going to put a roof on up there. I don't know why I have power shards. I guess I should take those over and put them in my personal storage over there. So that if I need to keep going up, I can. And I do have everything unlocked up through tier 4, up to tier 5, I guess. So I've got those double storage units. So I've got enough belts here that I can go up 1 more level. So if I did those on top, that would add 2 more levels to all of my storage. So I think I'm fine in storage. I don't think I'm going to run into any issues there. And I love the new shoes that I've got here where you can run and jump over anything. So right now I currently have 8 power shards. I think I've actually got 1 in the concrete over there too, so which doesn't really need to be being utilized, but it's alright. So like I said, I'm grabbing stuff out of here just because I know I've got plenty over here, but I need to clear that all out so I can get that all torn down and moved. So let's go back over here. What were we? Oh, conveyors. I was like, what were we even doing? Let's get this stuff down from the top floor. And then we'll kind of figure it out from there. So, this game, like, I mean, there's still so much for me to do. Somebody replied on one of my videos that he got one of the tractors and explored the map for like 3 hours. So the map is way bigger than it looks like it is in the beginning, and I knew that kind of from some other videos. So it'll be exciting to keep moving through this. But if you're a content creator and you're looking for a different game, you know, to supplement whatever you're doing now, I don't know why you wouldn't do this game. Like I said, it's a beautiful world. It's an amazing world. It's a multiplayer game, so you can have people come in and play with you. And I might do just a quick dedicated video to why this should be a a no-brainer for content creators. But like I said, it's just it's a good fit. So this gives me walkways up, which is nice, and then it gets that stuff down there. So loving it. So we need to get one of these rods over to the side here. somehow. And I don't know if I'm gonna need steel plates over here. I mean, I know I'm gonna need steel plates, but I just don't know how many. Let's kind of pull this around. That works, right? Yeah. I won't set it yet because I kind of want to see what I'm planning here. And then we'll run this guy over to here. Kind of clips through that corner, but I'm okay with it if you're okay with it. I think. But that gets our... That'll get our steel out of the way on that row. I can grab this guy and kind of do the same thing with it. So let's see, this is lined up right there. So 1, 2, should be a 90. Let's see what this does here. Oops, I don't want to put that one on there yet. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So this guy should be 2 past that one. Two or 1? 2, yeah. This guy should be 1, 2. I believe. And that'll get our screws over here, and or our rods over here. And I could follow that guy around. I'm probably actually going to move this one out one more. It is going to drive me crazy that that's clipping through there. But that's just how I am. Dismantle this guy, dismantle this guy. I don't know if this will work or not. It will. No, it won't. Did that work? It worked. Perfect. That gets that underneath. I don't think I'm gonna need... iron plates on this side at all for any reason. So I can probably take these and follow suit on the top as well. So much for having a walkway, right? I can build an actual walkway over the top of it. I know I'm going to need rotors, or iron rods for rotors, and then I will need them for something else on this side too. So we'll kind of hold off on all that stuff until I see how I want this set up to be. And I can also come straight off with the plates and not have to run them this way. So we shall see here. Like I said, I want to run everything through storage units as a buffer. So I could probably run my screws directly into the constructor on that side and run the plates in from over here. And that way, and then just have a splitter run back up the ramp to my next storage stuff. And I may be able to run them up this ramp. And loop them around and go into the storage from this side maybe. I'll have to move this leg here, which won't be a big deal. So, but let's see, I want to leave room if I want to go 4 more constructors here. This mountain in the middle kind of bummed me out a little bit because I can't have everything perfectly in line, but that's alright. So if I do 4 more constructors, these take up, what, 3 spaces? 2, 3. I could do them this way too. They take up, how much space do they take up total here? So really they take up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a 5 by 3 section. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So that puts us right here for building our screws, which might be perfect because we can take this right here, this belt right here, and run it directly over with screws on it and directly into a constructor over on that side, and then that should give me room for two more setups over here if I want to run if I need to run more plates. Cool. So let's figure this out. Now if I want it to exit over here, what does this guy look like? This will just be a regular constructor on this side. I want the exit over there. What am I missing? Am I missing something? Oh, encroaching on clearance. Build it from this direction. So that's lined up with something. What's that look like? I need 4 of these. For 1 belt. Because you can see if I switch over, hit on this and switch this over to screws. So 1 rod, so 15 rods per minute are utilized, and 90 screws per minute come out of this thing. So I'm going to need more room over here for the screws to come out. and it's going to be 2 big belts. So if I build, let's just go build this guy over here. That work? That doesn't line up as perfectly as I want it to, so I'll probably scoot that guy over just a little bit, but that's alright. Let's build one of these things just to see what it does. Assembler. Oh, am I missing something? Of course I am. A rotor. Darn it. I was just wondering how many say in here. Assembler, it tells me how many megawatts it runs. Alright, let's go make some rotors real quick. Because if I can get that thing built... Oh, barely misjudged it there. I should be able to... Oh, I wasn't sprinting. Come on, start running. There we go. What am I missing? Not enough space. I'm missing space. I don't really need any steel right now. Let's take all that out. I don't really need my chainsaw either, but that's alright. Give me enough room. Rotors. I don't remember how many I needed. I'll just make 20. I know I don't need 20. Perfect. So I'm just gonna build this guy over here so we can see the stats on it. And this is kind of what I've been doing all along. If you're like, hey, well, how do you even figure all this stuff out? I actually went and built kind of a mock-up of the screw production just to see what it would do. So on this one, we're going to be making the reinforced iron plate. So 4 iron plates, so 20 of the iron plates per minute. So 1 belt will feed 3 of these. And then 24 screws, 120 screws per minute. How am I even going to get 120 screws per minute in there? So I'm going to have to run the faster belts directly into this. So we'll probably be... Alright, so 120 per minute. And this thing, I believe, spits out 120 per minute. Oh, 90 per minute. So if I want any screws left over, I will probably just be able to run 2 assemblers for iron plates. Because that'll be... And that'll be 5 per minute. That'll be 10 reinforced iron plates per minute. And if I run 2 of these, 1 belt of iron plates should more than fulfill that. And then I'll need 4 belts, roughly. Okay, so yeah, there's going to be some math involved to figure this all out. But what I'm probably going to end up doing, I'm going to have to move these out. Because each one of these has a belt that's going to have to come off of it. And I can't combine them because my belts don't run fast enough, I don't believe. And even if they do, I don't think I have the stuff to make, yeah. These will do 270. So, again, we'll be able to upgrade all of this stuff as we go. I will definitely use the Mach 2 belts on the back end of these things, and that'll be 120 per minute, but these things only crank out 90 per minute, so they won't be quite full, but that's alright. So if they're running 9, yeah, I'll just have to figure out the splitters and stuff like that is going to be the big thing. I'm going to have to run 2/3, 2/3 of that. That was 30, 60. Yep. So I'm going to have to take 2 belts off of these, and 2/3 of those 2 belts is going to have to feed into each one of these. So I'm going to have four screws. I know it seems kind of crazy. It'll make sense once I get it all built. I'm going to have 4 of these, each producing 90 per minute on a belt that will hold it. That's 180 per minute on 2 of them. So this is going to take 220 per minute. So I'll have 60 per minute from a pot of 2 of these going up to storage. So sticking to the 120 a minute going into storage. And then these are going to run directly into, the belts will run directly into these assemblers with the steel plates, and I'll figure out how many. I think just 2 belts, 1 belt for each assembler for the steel plates. So like I said, that should be getting us 10 per minute of the steel plates, reinforced iron plates. And if I need to, I may run another section of that over here, because I've got 4 belts. Like I said, I've got 4 belts of the rods, and the reinforced iron plates are used in quite a bit of stuff, so I may run another section right over here and kind of go this way with it. So, and we'll just kind of see how the space goes, because I do want to get rotors. And what's the other thing? I don't know why I keep forgetting that thing. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, modular frames. Modular frames. So, but yeah, it's like I mean, there's a little bit of kind of thinking it all through. But if you switch this over to modular frames, I mean, you can see all the stuff that you can make once I get the steel going. Some of the steel also requires these rods too, so so it makes 4 per minute. It takes 24 iron rods per minute and 12. So if I do one, if I'm running one. If I'm running 2 of these for 2 of the, 2 of the reinforced, it's going to use all my reinforced iron plates. So I'm most definitely going to have to do 2 sections of these. So I'll set up 2 here, and then I'll set up 2 here, and then we'll do probably the square box steel modular frames here, and then the rotors over there. So that should be able to get everything with the iron all in one spot. All under one roof, and I'll still run the storage back up to the top. I don't know if I'm going to run it via this conveyor, or if I'm going to make a couple more, or ramp, or if I'm going to make a couple more ramps on this end. So it just kind of depends on how the layout goes. But once I get this all rolling, I'm going to come over here, and I've got a couple conveyors running over here. I'll probably run my concrete just at a 45-degree angle off over here and stockpile that. It doesn't make concrete very fast, but I also don't use it very fast. So I'll just make a little pod for that. And then this will be our steel floor. So I've got some iron deposits over there. I can run the raw iron straight in over here. Can I get up here? Oh, so close. I do have the top conveyor over there is iron ore from those other 2 mines on that side, so yeah, just barely can't make it. But yeah, we're cranking it out. And then this floor over here right now is going to be wire, and I'll probably just use a small part of it for that, because it might turn into like the computer thing. I don't know. I've got that whole section over there too, but I think I have plastics and stuff as well. So there's so much to this game, and that's why I was saying, if you're a content creator, like, this is like a perfect game, especially getting it now while it's early release. Once this thing comes out and is mass in the public, you're gonna have you're gonna have a lot of clout already in the game. So like I said, I think I'm going to do a short little video just explaining that. So if you're watching this twice, I apologize, but that's all right. It is what it is. But we are, like I said, we're moving right along in this thing, and we are just barely scratching the surface. So I think I'm probably about 40 hours into it. There is some time where I'm just in here, and just letting it sit, letting it build up, letting all this stuff kind of fill up a little bit. So you can see I've got a couple levels over there that are already full of those rods. These ones I rebuilt, so those will probably take a little while to fill up. And then these I just finished, so none of these really should be full yet. So, but they will they will fill up. But it does take a lot of resources. I mean, you see how many like iron plates and stuff like that that it takes, and then like I said, you use all of this stuff in the advanced building. So it takes quite a bit of stuff. I wonder if I can make that jump. Oh yeah, easy. I don't think I can make that one. But it takes quite a bit of materials. We've got quite a bit coming in. I don't foresee me needing more, but if I do, I do. You can see my power plant running over there. I don't even know what my readings are. I don't have any of this stuff going yet. These are all cranking. So I'm at 149 megawatts, and I have 1150 available. So I haven't even touched my power grid yet. Coal is amazing. I would even say don't waste your time with the biofuel, like generating it. Just manually manually build all the stuff to get yourself to tier 4 or through tier 4, and then get the coal power. It's not worth messing around with all the biofuel and trying to get all of this stuff built and running off of biofuel. It's definitely not worth it in the beginning of the game. So blast through your tiers as fast as you can at the very beginning, and then get this stuff cranking out and get coal power, because it makes a world of difference. I mean, you saw my power grid, and I've got two coal deposits pretty close. So again, this is an excellent place to build. Or somewhere in between these two, and I know that there's coal deposits kind of all over, but it's just I think this is a pretty sweet place. So, but that's it for this video. Like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. If you're new to my channel, if you're here just for Satisfactory, I've got a playlist, so search out the playlist. I'm new to doing all this. I know I've got quite a few videos. I do my best to get at least one video out every single day. I do play more than just Satisfactory, so like I said, if you're looking for something specific, I've got playlists for quite a bit of stuff. I'll probably start excuse me, branching out a little bit more. I would like to play Fortnite some more, and a couple other games as well. So there we go. I had to take a drink. A little bit of a issue there. So, but like I said, I will probably play some Fortnite some more. I'm thinking about Apex as well. Just kind of depends. I've been home a lot. I typically travel quite a bit. I'm a catastrophe adjuster for an insurance company, so I'm coming into my really busy time where there will be multiple times that I'm gone for a month at a time, and I haven't really been doing this while I've been gone. So not that I haven't been recording while I'm gone. I just started doing videos, so I don't know what it's going to be like when I'm deployed and when I'm out kind of living out of a hotel, working like crazy. So we'll see. Like I said, my goal is to do a video a night, and I'm trying to get the times on the videos cut down. I didn't set a timer on this one either. I'm sure it's over a half hour, but right around the 20 minute to half hour mark is what I'm shooting for in the future. I know that some of these are going to be a little bit longer, and I will try to do some tutorial stuff. I showed you how to build these storage units in my last video, but like I said, trying to manage the time a little bit better in the videos, and build up the just the overall channel, the appearance of the channel, and then live streaming are my target, are my goals for the next month or so. But like I said, I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, reply, comment what you think, what you want to see more. If there's something on here you see that you're like, hey, how did you do this? I'll break it all down and rebuild it if you want to see a part of this and how I kind of constructed it. So just let me know. Like I said, comment down below. I'm on Twitter as well, so just follow the links and comment on either page. Probably Twitter and the comments below are the best ways to reach me. So again, appreciate everyone, and that's it for this one. See you in the next one.